Hello guys. So before jumping into the session today, I just want to say a quick heads up, and I'm really happy that all of you guys are here today, and we'll just look at some slides that are going to be pretty much relevant to you guys because you guys are pretty young, and you're going to be the change makers of tomorrow, right? So that's the reason we're having this session with regards to IIT Madras and Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. So that's what we'll go ahead with the presentation. So I'll make it as engaging as possible. So I'll take up some cooperation from you guys. Okay. So let's jump into it. Just a second. Okay. I hope the presentation is visible. Cool. Fine. So this is going to be a really short session here. So we'll be looking at what are the digital marketing techniques that we entrepreneurs can make use of. So before that, we'll have some little engagements also. So yeah. So about me first, I'm Elan Raghavan. So I am a startup strategist. So I help startup companies with awesome plans and help them execute the same. So I've always loved solving problems, and with respect to marketing and everything that we've actually had with all the startups, they have a lot of requirements, and they need some people who can really assist with them and go up with everything with helping them, right? So that's where we come into play. And so that's what I started Social Zog in 2017, and it's been going really great since now. So I was 21 when I started up. So, and we focus on early stage startups and the startup related ecosystem events and all these things. Okay. So that's the basic essence of what we do. And so up next, so that's what you guys are probably going to be very playing some important roles with respect to how you guys are going to take your ESL in your respective colleges, right? So that's the reason I wanted to just point out some key things that we'll actually want to see here. So that's what I was the marketing associate for 1 year and my entrepreneurship cell. So that's when we actually revamped the whole entrepreneurship cell in our college, and we saw a lot of support and opportunities from outside as well. So it was a really great gesture for our management to support us, and we also had EDI coming in, and a lot of stakeholders coming in and helping things. So it was really a great time to be there, and uh, we were getting some really good exposure about the outer world and how the ecosystems are functioning all over the world, and so all these things were happening. So, and in the second year of my entrepreneurship cell, so I took in charge. So I was the chairman and overall coordinator for this thing. So what happened in that was we were an 80 plus team there, and we wanted to create some amount of awareness for everybody inside the campus about entrepreneurship, and we wanted everybody to know about it and all these things, right? So that was our main motto, and we were following that with the same. So we kind of ignited the spirit of entrepreneurship there, because a lot of people in India are a majority of people are from a background where their parents are working somewhere, right? So entrepreneurship is something that many people might not know about, might be having a lot of thoughts and risks about it. So that's how it is generally, right? So we wanted to break those barriers, break the myths, and want to create some kind of really good mindset for them, so that they can understand the pros and cons of all these things as well. So apart from that, we had some pretty good campus startups who actually functioned inside the campus itself. So they were basically providing solutions to all the problems faced by students. They were looking at these things as problems as opportunities, and it was really interesting for these guys to do that. And I was helping them out and creating some really good concepts that they can use and all these things. So, and the best part was we were able to give you a lot of exposure, and we were also getting a lot of exposure to the outside world. So the thing is, like, had I been not there, so someone else would have taken, and someone else would have took up the opportunity, and it would have been very different, right? So I was pretty much blessed that I could use up that opportunity as well, because we got to connect with a lot of people. Our management, our faculties, they helped us, and a lot of other people also helped us in creating all these things. So with respect to that, we got a lot of exposure. We went and attended various entrepreneurship events throughout Tamil Nadu, and our growth basically happened earlier, because if you're going to be trying to start learning some things after you're 23 or 25 or even 30, I think it's going you might be a little late. That doesn't mean you're into trouble, but the main focus is that the earlier the better. So the sooner you get into something, the faster your growth can actually be. So that was something we learned there. So yeah, so that's about 2 years in Shastra itself. So that's what, after 2017 I kind of passed out and started up this. Okay, so most of you guys here are actually looking to explore entrepreneurship, right? So I want to understand why you guys are actually trying to become an entrepreneur, or why you're trying to learn about entrepreneurship and all these things. So I request you guys to put some answers in the chat box about why you want to jump into the entrepreneurship.
Guys, you can be free and you can uh, communicate freely here. So, like,
Okay,
if you
so
want to unmute and talk
that
also, you can do
says
it.
to solve the problems in the environment. Okay, so yeah, that's a really good point, Hari. So I definitely accept with that. And Margaret says freedom. Okay, I would like to be a solution provider than a seeker. That's great. That's a great mindset that you have. Helps us to exhibit our leadership quality, because okay, that's great. Leadership qualities is something that we can develop through entrepreneurship. That's a good thing. Because I don't work under someone. Okay, Darshini doesn't want to work under someone, and she wants to start her own thing, to be a change maker for freedom. Okay, Sweta says freedom again. So cool. To explore a new field, freedom again, to bring out new ideas. I need myself to know about leadership quality. That's great. Be the leader, be a role model. What a unique identity where I should be known only with my first name in the society. Ha, Karishma, that's great. Creating something new to improve the standard of living. We can connect with a lot of like-minded people which can solve the problems swiftly. To be my own boss and provide employment opportunity for people. Okay, so that's really great. So most of you guys are talking about freedom, being your own boss, solving a problem, creating some change, getting some amount of economic empowerment, and all these things, right? So um, most of the answers are typically
Sir, can you speak bit louder because your voice is so low?
is it
Yes, sir.
okay? Okay, well, I'll make it a little louder. No issues. So that's what most of you guys are actually talking about, either freedom, or like you want to be an independent person, or like it's much related to leadership qualities, or you want to explore something. Some people are like want to become a change maker. Some people want to provide solutions and all these things. And so mostly it's about this, right? So typically these are the reasons that anybody would want to start entrepreneurship, and you guys are also having the same thing. And it's pretty much a good thing, because at least you know why that you want to become this, you know that why you want to be inside this, right? So that is going to be the most important factor, because if you know the answer for why, every other answer is actually going to be much more easier for you, because why you're doing something is something that only you will know. Not many people will know about it, right? So it's good that you guys have this. So um not working under some people and all these things can be different, but the main goal should actually be um, uh, the main goal should actually be about solving a problem, and then at the same time making some amount of money from it. So to give you a short feedback as such, so what we can do is, why I started social Zoc is just that I saw that a lot of startups are struggling to create a dent in the market, and they are kind of ignoring digital marketing as such. So when I started pitching my services to people in 2017, they were ignorant, and they were not much of open to all these things, and they were still doubtful if digital is actually going to be the next thing. So we've seen whoever ignored digital has not been able to make some any amount of dent in the ecosystem, right? So we advised them, we made them understand the importance, and then we actually started up this thing. So we wanted to help only early stage startups, because they have a lot of difficulties with marketing. They do not know their customers properly, they are not able to reach their customers properly, and all these things were the problems that these people faced. So that is the why, right? So if you have a really strong why with you, so I think everything else is actually going to be um really interesting for you. Cool. Okay. So yeah, next up. So next up we have digital marketing, right? So I want to understand what is your perspective about digital marketing. If you can put in one word about what your understanding is all about digital marketing, just one word, put it in the chat box.
Advertising
Okay, okay,
and
great. Social media,
in
okay.
social
Online marketing, okay. Simple yet effective. Future, okay, that's great. Global village, yeah, that's a really good word there. Global village, okay. Advertising and webs, okay. Technology, mhm. Online job, okay, okay. Growth, yeah, growth is a good word. Web service, okay, okay. Okay, so I've got some good answers here. So what we can do is, yeah, more connectivity, social media, connecting people, max reach. Yeah, everything is done. Yeah, cool. I totally understand your point. So digital marketing is nothing but you marketing online. So marketing was previously done by marketing representatives or sales representatives. So they went door to door, knocked on the doors, and sold people something, and that was like the previous ages, right? So those things have actually slowly evolved into what we have seen today. And we had like physical pamphlets printed, we had brochures printed, and all these things were something we still have them today, but they are not the main focus. The main focus today is online, and whatever is available offline, we actually have them to support us online. So the whole concept of digital marketing is doing the marketing on a digital platform, on a digital medium. So marketing is actually going to be the same, and the customers you're going to reach are also the same. You're just using a different medium. So digital marketing is one of the ways that you can actually do marketing. So there are three core things for any type of marketing to work, and it is going to be the same thing here. So I'm going to be addressing these 3 points. This is something that most people don't tell everyone. So this is going to be something really interesting. We might actually think that it's a huge thing, or marketing is not easy to learn and all these things. But every type of aspect of marketing is actually broken down only into these three parts. Okay. And I've circled a specific thing because it is going to be a very important thing. So these 3 points are medium, content, and promotion. So what is medium? So medium is nothing but which platform or which medium are you going to use for marketing your product. So the problem here is most people don't understand that their customers are not available on this platform. So let's say I have a B2C product, so business to customer. So this B2C product, if I want to sell it to someone, I should not be probably doing anything in the LinkedIn or anything like that, because LinkedIn is very much related to B2B businesses. So when such a thing happens, we have to understand, if you want to do B2C, Facebook or Instagram or Google, these are the platforms that you should actually be using to do your marketing activities as such. So the for first and foremost thing is you should understand which medium are you going to use for your business, and with respect to that you should be able to continue for anything else that comes forward. So which medium that you're going to use is going to be very important. And the next thing is content. So the content should definitely directly, it should convey the value of the product or the brand that you're promoting there. So let's say I'm promoting a water bottle, let's say I'm promoting a small box or something. So what happens is that we need to understand how what is the idea that you're going to promote with. So let's say I just want more people to know that I'm launching a new brand. So then I need to do awareness, and those type of content creation has to be done. So I need people to know about my product, so I'll talk about some features and something new that is coming in the market and all these things. So next thing is I want people to consider about my product. So in that case, what I need to do is I need to talk about why this product is actually going to be useful for them, and why this specific product that I have is something that they actually need. So this is the second type of content creation. And then the third type of content creation is going to be a decision making content. So when in the decision making context, they are either going to make a purchase there, or they are going to inquire about the product or service that you're trying to push. So these type of things are actually going to help you with what type of these are typically with respect to either there's going to be a conversion or a sale happening, or you'll be generating an inquiry or a lead. So this is the third type of content. So whichever stage you are in with your product, and whichever stage that you want your product or service to be in, so with respect to that your content should be there. So your content is definitely dependent on the goal that you're expecting. So whichever goal that you are setting for yourself, and with respect to that your content will keep changing. And you also need to understand about how you can push the product without really saying that you really need this, you really need this. Rather than saying that, you should have really good words and indirect methods of attracting people, and they will definitely come to you. And pull marketing always works better than push marketing. So that also you should understand. So yeah, then the third thing is promotion. So a lot of people choose the right medium also. And let's say for a B2C product or brand, they're choosing Facebook and Instagram. Okay, that's fine. They've created really good content online, and they are creating really good uh, uh, content copies and really good posters and all these things. Okay, everything's set and done. Okay, where is my customer? So when even if both these things actually have been put into place, there is something that you need to call promotion. So promotion is actually nothing but a methodology that you use to send your message to most people. So what we call as promotion is you need to have a distribution channel for whatever content or that you have actually created on a specific medium. So you need to do the content distribution. So you either have someone, or you either have a circle where you can send all these content to, and people can watch this and try to understand what you're telling. So that has to be achieved in some way, right? You either you need to share it with a lot of people, or you need to run advertisements so that it reaches more people that have similar interest. So all these things are actually going to be taken care inside this. Okay. So This is the whole crux of what digital marketing is all about, and these 3 points are going to be very much of a key role playing concepts, because without these three things, digital marketing will actually not work. Even marketing as such will not work without using this. To be very precise, so in this one medium, we are going to be selecting which medium in the content we're going to be designing with respect to what our audience wanted to do. Promotion is nothing but putting out the message to more and more people. So you can use Facebook ads or sending it out through an email campaign or whatever. So this is how it goes. Do we have any questions till now? Because the next one will be a little deeper, so we might need some time for that. Do you have any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, cool. Fine. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so the next slide, we're going to be looking at a lot of digital marketing techniques and strategies, or whatever you call it. So this one, we saw about the basic structure of how digital marketing is, and in this slide we're going to be looking at all the types of channels that we are actually going to use to do digital marketing, right? So let's start from this side. So this is the first thing that you can actually see here is email marketing, right? So whatever we used to we get a lot of emails, right? So whatever we get through email is something that we have already subscribed to. So let's say you go to Amazon, you register on Amazon. So every week, or let's say twice a week, or probably in some cases they send every day also. So they tend to send emails about the products that you're browsing. They tend to send emails about some new products that they are actually launching, and they tend to push products that are not selling. So all these things, they are actually being taken care. So this is typically the type of marketing that is being done to someone who you already know. So you are acquiring these people into your email channel with some offering that you're initially giving, right? So once you sign up anywhere, they are going to send you mails at some intervals of time. So that's the whole point of email marketing. And with respect to email marketing, if you keep sending them a lot of mails, they might actually get irritated. And if you're adding value to them, if you're telling them a lot of interesting things, and if you're updating them with new things and whatever is happening apart from just pushing your product, they'll be more interested to open your email. So and then it can be marketing is always have to be a little indirect. If you're going to be directly saying that, okay, this is my this is what I'm selling, if you're going to buy it from me, then if you want to do something like that, then that type of marketing will actually not work. So that is what you want to understand with respect to that. It goes on for any type of marketing campaigns that we go. So yeah, that's about email marketing first of all. So when you're into email marketing, right? So what happens is that you can do it in multiple ways in the same. So email marketing is going to be about sending mails to a lot of people at the same time. So the thing is, even though you're sending to many people, you still have some amount of customization that you can do. So for example, you can include their name in the beginning or in the subject line. You can actually have a lot of custom columns where they are being addressed and their company names are being addressed and all these things. So these type of things actually create a lot of customization and some amount of personalization to every person who's actually opening the email. So this is something that can be really useful. And email marketing you can do with some amount of people that are already interested about your product or something. So that is one. And second thing is content marketing. So what happens in content marketing is, content marketing does not exist alone. This content is actually going to be your main role player in all these types of marketing, but it has been separately told here because when it comes to content marketing, what happens is that a lot of people tend to create copies that are not really interesting or directly pushing their product and all these things, right? So when it comes to content marketing, it is all about giving value with your content first and then later pushing your product there. So the customer basically, if he is into content marketing, into your content marketing thing, he won't even know that he's actually buying your product because of this specific thing. But in most cases this typically works a lot and people are really interested about this thing. So that's the best speciality of how content marketing works. So to tell you some examples about content marketing, how we can actually say, so there is this company called HubSpot. So HubSpot actually tends to create a lot of blog articles. So and most of their blog articles are super long. So let's say they have like 1,000 plus articles or something. So each article is actually going to be more than 4,000 words. So with with the content that is actually so huge and adding a lot of value to people, so what happens is that whoever is interested to read those topics, they are actually coming there and reading about it, and in between they are actually indirectly promoting their HubSpot product as such. And this has been working out really well for them because it is driving a lot of organic traffic to them. So and at the same time they are able to make these readers, whoever is coming to their website, they're able to onboard them as a free customer or whatever. So and then with email marketing they can keep pushing their product, they can add more value, and these things keep repeating. And even if the person purchases or doesn't purchase the paid plan, it is going to keep continuing with the same kind of thing. So that's the whole point of content marketing here. So content marketing can be done on not just through a blog, it can be done on LinkedIn, it can be done on Instagram, it can be done on email marketing, it can be done even through Facebook, on Twitter, everything. It encompasses a lot of things into it. So it just that content can be same and it can be put into various places. So let's say this webinar is happening right now. So how we can actually this is some amount of content we're getting, right? So what we can do is we can just take the audio of this webinar and put it as a podcast. We can record this and put it on a YouTube, like we are live on YouTube, right? So likewise it can be on put up on YouTube also, and small snippets of concepts can be cut and put into different things on YouTube also. So all these things are actually happening. You can take the voice transcript of this webinar and put it as a blog. It can be put as small snippets on LinkedIn or share it on Facebook and everything, right? So this is called repurposing your content. So if you get one content, you can actually um, put it on various platforms with respect to different things that can happen over it. So that is the whole context of content marketing here. And so next up we have social media marketing. So social media marketing is nothing but this is social media is nothing but a place where a lot of people are existing, right? So we are all existing in our homes right now, but we are still existing on social media also, right? So the thing is that most of the people in the world right now, like at least 50 to 60% of people in the world right now are probably using their smartphones. So that is really a huge number, and through social media you'll be able to reach a lot of potential customers, and that's the reason social media has actually been able to penetrate, and it has been able to reach out to a lot of people, and it's been providing really good results for businesses to market through the platform also. So typically on social media we can have some things like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. So these four are pretty a really good social media that has been working out, and the return on investment for all these things are pretty humongous. So all these four platforms have been really profitable to the companies and the businesses also. So through this, what you can do is you can start creating content about your product or service, and then you can use these social media platforms to get in touch with your customers as such. So what happens is that people tend to look at your content, they try to get interested about what you're selling, they try to understand what your company is all about, and they see the products that you actually have there, and they inquire about you, and at some point you will actually make sales. So these are all the things that you can do through social media. So yeah, so next up is pay-per-click. So pay-per-click is nothing but so everybody searches on Google, right? So whenever you go to Google, you search for something, and in most cases you have the top two search results as in a different way. So these two results are actually nothing but advertisements. So Google ads are something that is very a huge chunk of pay per click. So what happens in pay per click is in Google these type of listings are provided on top, right? So these guys have actually paid to make their listing come there, and whenever you click on that specific result as an advertisement, so the person who's actually posted this kind of tends to pay for your click. So this is the whole concept of pay per click. So in pay per click what happens is that, so the for this click that payment is being made by that company. So and after this clicking you tend to visit their website or visit their application or anything like that. So all these things are actually being done in that. So this is how pay per click actually works. So for pay per click typically Google ads is used, so Google AdWords or something. So it has a lot of names that you can actually use, so you can explore that. So Google ads, um, you can put it through words, you can put image advertisements, you can put video advertisements on YouTube and all these things. So on all these platforms you're going to be charged for clicks. So that's the whole concept of pay per click. And next comes search engine optimization. So in pay per click we saw that the first two clicks or something, they were actually about what to say, they were actually about advertising, paying money and then coming on top, right? So search engine optimization is the direct opposite. So you, and then after the advertisements you see one or two results, right? So those results are actually done with a lot of search engine optimization, that with their websites are actually recognized by Google for that specific words that you have actually searched for, and with respect to that they have given the result over there. So search engine optimization is nothing but do creating a lot of verbal content in your website, and making sure Google reads your website every day or every week, and then Google should actually think that you are doing something with respect to your medium. So let's say you're selling TVs or something. So if your website is always talking about TVs and you have been providing really good content for people, and if these are the type of things that are happening, then it totally means that Google will understand that okay, these guys are actually doing something related to TV, so let's place them on Google on the first page, and it'll keep going on. So this is an organic process where you create a lot of content with respect to the keywords that you want to rank for. And these things are going to be pretty easy, and not much of importance as well. So electronic billboards, right? So we used to have a lot of physical billboards and banners and everything, right? So all these things are pretty static and mandatory, so there's no much of call to action, or there's not much of engagement through this thing also. So what people thought is they wanted to create some electronic billboards, and these things are pretty interactive, right? So we all saw some campaigns where videos were played, but it was really interesting that people had actually stood there and to just to see the advertisement and then pass by. So these things are there, and it's something still interesting that people are exploring, and there's more to it. So in future we'll be seeing a lot of AR and VR also in this electronic billboards, and it's going to be super interesting in future. It's still not there, so we'll have to be exploring more on that. And radio and TV, these things are still considered as digital, because these things are still existing, right? And these platforms are still one of the highest amount of revenue making platforms for advertisements. And although it's not measurable to an extent, so it's still successful branding campaigns are being done on radio and TV. A lot of companies who want to go omni-channel, so omni-channel means they have to be present on all the marketing channels possible. So omni-channel people, they'll definitely want to do advertisements on radio and TV as well. So that is one thing. So mobile marketing is also it's also very similar to what we are seeing here. So on their mobile phones, you can send them SMSs. They can have even like interestingly, we have companies like Xiaomi, Realme, and all that. So these guys are actually integrated advertisements into the phone itself. So even if you don't have any application that can actually send you advertisements, these guys will definitely send you advertisements. So that is also a type of mobile marketing. And SMS marketing is also put into it. And any type of messages or anything that comes on mobile for you through a marketing channel is actually mobile marketing as such. And these days even you get calls from robotic numbers, and they tend to talk to you, right? So even for political campaigns, mobile marketing was really used even during elections and stuff. So these are all really interesting ways that people can take leverage. So that's one thing. And then viral marketing or referral marketing as such is these are the things that we have here. So viral marketing is it's nothing but just a second. Ah. So viral marketing is nothing but a concept where your content that you create actually has been spread across to people and it goes viral. So viral marketing as such, we're going to be looking at how viral marketing can actually happen. Um, just a second. Host, can you actually block the annotation? I feel it's disturbing.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So when it comes to viral marketing, your content has to be really, really interesting for people to share across, right? So some content you don't have value. So for example, Pray for Nesamani campaign went super viral last year. So the reason being that it was really funny and people wanted to know more about what was going on, and they found it really funny, and it had to happen. So the type of content really engaged with people. It was a really old funny comedy that people still remembered, and it was being promoted as one of the most interesting things that have actually happened there. So likewise, even products can actually go viral. For example, there were some juice makers in the United States. Those guys actually did a super great campaign. They did not even plan to sell like 100 units in 1 month, but they were overbooked, and so they tend to sell 1500 units in the first month itself. So these type of campaigns do exist, and if you keenly work on a really good promotion channel, and if you can create the type of content that people actually would like to um, read, learn, and continue whatever. So with respect to that, viral marketing campaigns actually go ahead. So yeah. So and the next step is influencer marketing. So influencer marketing can again happen through all of these channels. So what happens in this case is there is a person or a group of people. So they these guys are called influencers, right? So what they do is they tend to promote your product. So let's say you have a beauty product or something. So most of the actresses can actually help you with connecting to their audience about your product. So let's say your product solves this kind of a problem, or it makes their skin much more humid and all these things. So what they can do is they can basically give a shout out for your product, and you can benefit from it. So that's how influencer marketing actually works. So these type of campaigns have actually also got pretty good response from people, and brands are also happy with all these things. So yeah, in a nutshell, these are all the ways that you can actually do the task of digital marketing. So yes. So yeah, I want to take some questions with respect to this slide here. After that, we can go to the next slide. So we can do some questions now. Yeah, anything with respect to this slide that we have seen. whichever whichever medium you actually want to understand and all this. Okay, any questions? Okay, what's the best way to approach someone for digital marketing? Okay, so yeah, so to answer that to the point and very easily as such, so just don't try to push digital marketing service to anybody. So you just have to understand what their position is right now. So if you want to sell it to them, and if you want them to take up you, what you have to do is you need to understand their problem, and you need to understand if digital marketing is actually going to work for them. After that, you need to tell them what is the benefit they are actually going to get from this. So in most cases, we tend to say what are the activities we are going to do for them. So let's say you are telling them that I'm going to post on social media, or let's say I'm going to create videos for you on YouTube, Instagram. So all these are the things that I'm going to do for you. So rather than saying anything like that, what you can do is you can tell him like, I will create more brand value for you. So let's say someone, so let's say people offline know a lot about him and nobody knows about him online. So you can tell them that you can create an online portfolio for them. It will help them to reach more people, and they in turn can create a really great brand value online. And they can with these type of content that are happening there, and they'll be able to see that okay, this is the result that they'll be getting. So you need to be always telling them about what is the outcome that is going to be given from this. So either it's about brand value, or more sales, or more people knowing about it, outreach, or so let's say someone is actually going to getting to know about their product. So these are all the things that they want, right? So you need to understand what is their expectation right now, and then address that with the solution. Okay. Venkatesh is saying search engine optimization. Okay, Venkatesh, if you can be specific about what you want to know in SEO, I can tell you about that. What is the difference between pay per click and search engine optimization? So, okay, cool. Yeah, so like I said, so pay per click is nothing but you are actually paying to Google for someone to click, and search engine optimization is something like you create a lot of content, and then that content that you have created makes Google to automatically place you there. So for SEO, you create a lot of content and do a lot of optimization on your website so that it is actually ranking in the first page of Google. And pay per click is just paying Google so that your results are actually already being provided there. And whenever someone actually clicks your advertisement, they you will be paying to Google. So that's how this works. This is the basic difference in SEO and pay per click. Mm, it's better to state what benefits they get so they get interested and accept our proposition. I understood. Okay, yeah, exactly, Nandakumar. So that's the whole point I'm trying to convey here, because nobody is interested to buy products, right? So, it's always not easy to sell anything. So, to sell something, we just have to give them a convincing reason, and the convincing reason is the nothing but result, right? So, so let's say people are selling toothpaste online. So, how are they selling toothpaste through? TV advertisements. They're saying that your teeth will be much shinier, much whiter than before, and it'll be it'll be away from problems. So all these things can actually can be do. Yeah. So they're talking about the benefits, right? So that's the whole point here. Yeah. And Yeah, search engine marketing. So SEO is something that we saw here. So this is SEO, and SEM is nothing but search engine marketing. So search engine marketing is nothing but pay per click. So search engine marketing, we have a lot of search engines that exist, but that's what 90% plus of the people are actually using Google. So whatever happens on Google, we call it as pay per click and search engine marketing. So yeah, search engine marketing definitely comes under digital marketing. Yeah, search engine marketing and pay per click are very much similar to each other. Yeah. Um, how do social media marketing people manage and measure their return on investment? I mean, when you make an app, how do the number of downloads matter? So yeah, so let's say you create an application and it's launched on Play Store and Apple Store. So what happens is that, so next thing that you have to do is you need to promote it to people, right? So people should know about your application that you have created, and only then they will download. So in social media, you, like I said, there are three types of campaigns, right? So in social media, you have three types of campaigns that you can create. So one thing is about awareness. So you can let people know about your application. What your application does, and all these things can be said towards that. So these are promotion and through the reach and awareness campaign, so they'll get to know about your product, nothing else. And the second type of campaigns is about people trying to know a little more about it. For example, they can just given just create some amount of interest with them, so you can tell them the benefits of these things, and they will be able to understand what are the uses for this product, whether they want it or not. So all these things will be taken care with the second type of thing. In that you have traffic, leads, and all these things can actually happen. And the second, these two things can be measured. So number of people that are visiting this, number of people clicking these links, and number of people watching this video. So all these things can be measured on both these campaigns, right? And the next campaign is like, um you can run a campaign saying that you want to generate app downloads. So let's say they click your ad, and you can make them download your app. So what happens is that you, through your advertisement, you're promoting saying that this app will solve this problem of yours. So they get interested, and then they press the button. So after that they go to the store and download. So what happens in that case is, so whenever a person downloads, you'll be able to know that in the dashboard itself. So let's say today 10 people have downloaded, so all those data will again be available there. And how much ever you spend for these 10 downloads, that will also be available on the social media marketing dashboard. So likewise, with respect to that, you can actually able to understand what is the ROI. So with that, you'll be able to get the ROI that you have actually put there. And later what happens is that whatever monetary monetization that you actually do inside the app, with respect to that you'll be making revenue. And then yeah, so it goes vice versa. Yeah, that's it. It can digital, the best thing about digital is everything can be measured. So there is nothing, you can tell the number of people that have seen your blog or Facebook post or something, or advertisement as well. So you can tell the amount of clicks that a particular link has got. You can tell how many downloads have happened through this campaign. You can tell how many purchases have been happening through this campaign. Everything is trackable through digital marketing. Yeah. Mm, what creates a difference between digital marketing and branding? Okay, so branding is just one part of digital marketing. So in in marketing as such, we have like I said, right? So branding is something that you attract people to, and you tell them such a thing exists and happens there. And in second phase is the engagement phase, and in that phase you tend to tell more benefits about your product, and then convince them. In the third stage you tend to conversions, right? So uh, so conversion is the third part. So these three types of the campaigns are available, and one of those is branding. So branding comes under digital marketing. Yeah. In which aspect does digital marketing play a key role with respect to the traditional marketing? um Okay. So yeah, so with respect to what is happening in traditional marketing, so traditional marketing is kind of done, um, in ways like this. So we have door to door people, you have physical billboards, physical posters, and pamphlets. You have a lot of exhibitions happening offline. So all these type of things are offline marketing things, right? So whatever is offline has been a traditional way of marketing as such. So in traditional mediums, whatever actually happened there are actually happening a little different here. So we had people going door to door and telling people about something, right? So it can happen through Facebook also. So you can connect with people who might actually have requirement about your services and then sell it to them. So that is equivalent to what a direct to door customer will actually do. So anything that can actually happen offline can actually also be done online, because the way people are being reachable is going to be little interesting. So that is the whole point about how traditional marketing and digital marketing can actually be fused together, understood. Yeah. So the main goal of marketing is to attract and pull customers, but let's say that we aim for a specific group of people, businessmen or women. Okay, in what ways would you select the medium, content, and promotion to attract the specific group of people? So let's say the first thing is going to be I have a clear understanding of my product or service. So after that I have to, so let's say you are focused on getting the attention of businessmen, right? So if you want to attract businessmen and businesswomen, you can go on to create organic content on so let's say LinkedIn or something. So on LinkedIn you have B2B people, right? So most of the people on LinkedIn are actually working at a pretty good position on some company, or founders of some company, and all these things. So when it comes to that, you can, what you can do is you can reach out to those people manually one by one, or you can run LinkedIn advertisements which target specific people. So let's say you want only contact founders and CEOs, or let's say you want to contact only the chief product officers or chief technology officers. So you can do that. And on Facebook and Instagram also it can work. You can target specific type of people. So people who are business owners, people who are CEOs, people who are founders, all these things. You have various methods to target all these people. So that has actually been possible only because of digital. Because yeah, so you can definitely go explore it. So you can go to Facebook and try to create an advertisement. So they'll give you humongous amount of options about how you can target people. Yeah. So yeah, Vignesh, if you want to start a social media campaign for your business, what you need to do first thing is you need to create a identity for your business online. So if you want to do Facebook and Instagram, you need to create a page on both of these mediums first, and then start putting content with respect to what type of product or service that you're selling over there. That is number two. And number three is you need to start running advertisements that are focused on your customers. So it has to tell about the problems they're facing, it has to tell about the solutions that you have for them, and all these things. And then you have to convince them to purchase from you. So this is how you can run social media campaigns for your business. So this is the typical layout. So it might change according to the specifics of the business. Okay, so yeah, so we'll move on to the next slide. So we'll have some more short types of content still remaining. So we'll take up that first. So this one I need your help, guys. Okay, so Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. So these are all the top social medias that have actually been thrived over the last decade, and uh, people are getting benefited from these platforms also. I want you to tell all the other social media platforms that you guys know, so that we can everybody can actually learn from that. And I will also tell you about how useful that platform is, and for whom the platform is actually going to be useful. So you can start putting the answers in the chat box. I'll tell you guys about it. Yeah. Okay, so someone has already put Telegram here. So Telegram is something that you can use to create a channel or something where you can send text messages, videos, and images also. If you want to do broadcast without collecting emails or something, you can use Telegram. Yeah, Instagram is already on the list, so I just want other things also from this. Um, Instagram, yeah, WhatsApp is not exactly social media, but it can be accepted into it. Yeah, you can actually create a lot of groups in WhatsApp, and you can send broadcast on WhatsApp also. Putting a status on WhatsApp is also a really good source of marketing. It's about who's actually putting the status, right? Yeah, so that is one thing. And yeah, YouTube is definitely a good one. Again, it's a different kind of social media altogether. So yeah, YouTube is definitely a good way. You just have to create the type of educational content or the entertaining content. Only two types of content actually works on YouTube. So either it has to give a lot of content content value to people, or it has to be entertaining. So if you are into creating those two type of content, you have to be on YouTube. So yeah, WhatsApp's covered. LinkedIn's already on the list. So yeah, Reddit is basically like a forum where people ask questions, and they're getting answered, and vice versa, right? So it's a good place to discover products, or you can suggest a product to people, so and that product can be yours as well. So that's a discovery platform as such. It's a good social media. Yeah, Orkut is kind of dead. WhatsApp, Telegram, email. Email is not social media. Yeah, Snapchat is good, but they've been facing some problems here and there. Okay, Wattpad. Okay, Yahoo. No, Yahoo is not a social media, guys. Sorry, YouTube is done. Facebook. No, Flipkart is not a social media. Mm, yeah, Snapchat is covered, Twitter is covered, but Telegram is best way to reach more. Yeah, Telegram is a good way. You can create channels on Telegram. You can create groups on Telegram. So the thing about Telegram is you can have so in on WhatsApp you have a 255 people limit for mm, group members, right? But on Telegram, if you get a super group, you can actually have up to 10,000 people on the same group, and it can be useful for some people. And creating channels on Telegram and publicizing it with a link is super easy. So that is also good on Telegram. Yeah, Pinterest is a really good way of product discovery. So if your product has a lot of visual appeal, and it can be sent across to a lot of people through the visual medium, then I think Pinterest is also working on. Pinterest has not gotten much exposure in India, but in the US and European regions, it's been doing pretty good. Yeah.
Sir, can you be more audible?
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Pinterest is done. So no, Canva is not a social media. Sorry. Share chat, yeah, share chat is good. Yeah, TikTok it got banned. That's very true. Yeah, Quora is definitely a good way. So Quora, you can use for content marketing. You can write basically like short blogs and all these things, right? So yeah, so Quora is definitely good if you're a very good writer, and you can elaborately explain to people with their questions and all these things. And in the middle or in the end, you can tag your product or link along also. Open Dairy, yeah, good. Yeah, Tumblr is a good way. Yeah, again, that's what in Tumblr people are not using it in India much. If you're focused on foreign audience, it's working out really well. LinkedIn is done, Pinterest is done. Discord is good. Yeah, Discord is again kind of like a forum, right? So yeah, that is also good. WeChat. So yeah, WeChat is basically just for the people in China, right? So yeah, not much about it. Cool. And then yeah, Tumblr is good. Online games. Yeah, Hike is like an app like WhatsApp and Telegram, right? So cool. Yeah, Twitter's covered. Skype is done. Yeah, Wattpad is also good. Cool. Cool, guys. Yeah, you got a super good list here. So cool. So whoever was not able to, uh, uh, I think like who whoever did not know new platforms, they can actually be able to understand this also, right? So it's great that you guys actually got to share these things. Cool. So what next is I'm going to tell some really good interesting number game here. So this is probably going to be the last few slides. I just want you to guess a good number. So, how many people uh, in India have internet access? So it's not an exact number. Even if you get it roughly right, it's totally fine. I just want you to guess the average amount of people who actually have interest in India. So yeah, okay, 2/3 of the population, 60%. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 1 billion, 20%, 80%,
internet access சொல்றேன் எத்தனை percentage
50%.
இந்தியால
No, I
வந்து
don't want percent here. So I'll tell you, like, there are 1.3, approximately 1.3 billion people in India. So I want you to tell me a good number below that, so that we can actually have it as an answer. Okay, cool. Okay, some of you are actually correct with respect to percentage, but I'm looking at your understanding. No, 1.3 billion all are only living, right? So how can 1.25 billion actually have? Okay, okay, someone's writing a huge number also. Okay, cool. Okay, 600, 700. That's very close enough. Cool. 50% is kind of close. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so 130. 130 crore people in India, right? So that's 1.3 billion people. So out of which we have 650 million people. 650 million is like 50% of Indian population. So 50% of Indian population is already online. So the thing is, like, internet came very late to India, and it did not reach people that fast also. So what happened is that mostly after the 2000s only people got to know about internet, and after 2010, after 2015, and after Geo. So these have been like the best times for internet also, right? So there were like many reasons and many places that internet actually came to people. So lot of players involved, lot of people involved in getting internet for India. So all these things actually happened. But the thing is, now almost 50% of the people are there. So urban population, most of them are there, and second tier, third tier cities and towns and people, everybody is actually been able to get access. So and still there are more people in the rural areas yet to come online. So 650 million people are already online. That is 50% of the people in India are already online. So these guys already have internet access. And there are 50% more people who don't have it yet, and they should be getting it soon, because our government is definitely taking a lot of action to provide internet services even in various states and all across the country, and all these things are happening, right? So the importance of internet is being understood. And when everybody is going on internet, what happens is that digital marketing is going to grow much bigger. So this is like the basic outline and basic reason that digital marketing has a lot of significance in the coming future. So the basic idea that we actually have here is digital marketing did not even exist 20 years ago, and for the last 15 to 10 to 15 years, it has been growing tremendously, and it has been helping a lot of businesses with respect to how much they can leverage these medias, and they can get a lot of customers for themselves. And it's been working out pretty good for most of the people who have actually come online, had a really good strategy, had a really great idea to put their message to their customers, and all these things have happened. And they have made a lot of profits from social media and digital media marketing also. So that is the whole idea that I want to convey. So if you are going into entrepreneurship, or if you are going to create an entrepreneurship cell in your college, or if you're going to take up, so digital marketing is going to play a very key role with respect to that. So the future is full of digital, and digital marketing is going to be a part of digital. So it is going to be it is going to be very important that you actually know about it. So yeah, so with that I'm actually coming to the end of today's presentation. If we have any more questions we can take. Okay. Yeah, guys, any more questions? Or Swati is taking over now? Okay, so yeah, I'll also share with you my once again how to reach these 600 million plus people by digital marketing. Okay, that's interesting. So that's what we have all these platforms here, right? So we have these many platforms here, and with respect to which customer that you are actually targeting towards, you need to choose the platform here and start posting content on that platform, start advertising on that platform. There are ways to understand and try to reach the right type of people. If you want to reach doctors, you can do that. If you want to reach people working in specific companies, if you want IT employees to be targeted, if you want to target people related to agriculture, so everything can be done. So Google and Facebook, they have pretty good advertising systems where you can target these type of people specifically. So yeah. Okay, do we need to invest some large sum of amount for digital marketing? No, actually digital marketing is going to be much cheaper than traditional marketing efforts. So let's say you need to give an advertisement on television, so you have Sun TV or Vijay TV. So if you want to advertise on that platform, you're going to be spending lakhs and crores to reach let's say some amount of people. So what happens in digital is that you can still reach those type of amount of people while spending tens and thousands. So the same thing actually happens there, and that is only if you want to reach so many people. So if you want to reach like 10,000 people or 1 lakh people, then you're going to be spending in thousands. So that is the whole power of digital marketing. It's going to be much cheaper than how traditional marketing actually costs. And in India specifically, it's much cheaper than uh, that you can have in any country that you actually have. um yeah, so that answers. You can actually start digital marketing even with 100 rupees also. Yeah, from your experience, which is the hardest but best group of people to attract? Yes, targeting only depend on the product. Targeting depends on the product and if the person actually needs your product also. So with respect to that, you need to understand and target. That's one thing. And which is the hardest but best group of people to attract? Hardest people to attract are typically people who are really busy. So let's say if you want to target top level people, so let's say like millionaires and billionaires of India, and or if you want to target founders of huge startups and unicorns and all these things, it's going to be super difficult. But if you tend to get their attention, if you tend to put your message to them, it's going to be giving a lot of return for you in value. And yeah, so that's the hardest because they don't tend to come online as much as other people do. So that's the hardest, and it's the kind of the best people to attract also, because if you can sell it to those people, you can sell it to anybody as well. Cool. Okay, so next question is like how to start a career in digital marketing. What are the basics we need to know?
So yeah, whatever is on the screen right now are the basics of digital marketing. So you just have to go in depth and learn about all these things here, and then you need to choose one of these things as your expertise and then follow up on that. So this is the whole crux of digital marketing, right? So what happens here is the digital marketing can be done through all these platforms, but if you have a specialization in one, if you become an expert in one, I think that is going to be super powerful and super good for you. So what you can do is you need to learn all these things first and then go deeper in one such thing. So for me it was social media. So I learned everything in digital marketing, but I found my passion and my keen things on social media. So yeah, did it in social media. So it could be something else for you. You just have to find it out. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, Ranjani. So can we have your contact? Okay. Yeah, I'll share my LinkedIn profile with you guys. You can definitely get connected with me there. How could I get the edge over my competitors who are also using digital marketing? Okay, so yeah, how can I get an edge over other people while they are also doing digital marketing? It's a really good question that you actually have. So digital is just a medium that you do marketing on. Okay, so the whole point of marketing is to be super unique and at the same time provide really great value to your people. So in really good ways, how you can actually create a good brand portfolio online and how you can actually stand out from other people. You can start creating unique campaigns that are going to be very interesting for people again. So most people have this doubt, right? So whenever a marketing campaign actually goes on, so they don't trust those people because they don't know these people. So uh, so you have to create a lot of brand awareness about your brand first. That is one thing. Or what you should do is you need to give them all the possible and valuable reasons that they can actually have in mind. So let's say you want to buy a new, so let's say you are actually buying good day biscuits. Okay, so you know the brand has been existing since your childhood, you don't have any doubt about it, you could just go there and blindly buy. But on the other hand, you have another shelf and you have a very new company, you've never known about it, and something is there. So what happens is that if you haven't seen that advertisement anywhere, you're going to be thinking a lot about it. So what you need to do is you either have to be have seen that advertisement somewhere, the product being used by someone else, or let's say your friend had that biscuit and suggested to you. So these are all the reasons that actually happen online, right? So these can be done online as well. So let's say you have something to sell. If you have any kind of let's say any kind of testimonials that your customers gave you, if you can post that online, people will be much more understanding that you are actually solving their problem. And if you have the specifics of your results, if you have the specifics of what you're going to help them with, and then I think that is the whole point that you need to convey, and you need to use really simple and unique methods that people can understand with. Okay. Okay, so next question is, what was the first product that you did digital marketing? Can you share your experience? Okay, so yeah, so the first thing that I had to actually market was it was a company which was making IoT products. So they were creating a lot of IoT based modules and selling it for people abroad. So what we did was we did some social media campaigns and email marketing campaigns as such. So we got some databases and did some email marketing, and through social media we were able to reach out to these people, and they had projects and products. So we kind of promoted all these things through these platforms. It was very interesting in the beginning, and because it was again the first project that we got, right? So it was like super interesting, I still remember that. So we in fact went ahead and wanted to provide a really great customer experience to our people. So we kind of worked overnight and a lot of time also, and we were able to understand the market properly, and the CEO also gave us a lot of insights about his company and what he exactly wanted, that helped us to understand much better. And so that's one of the reasons why we were able to pull off a great campaign there. Yeah. Since you belong to digital marketing forum, in which ways did you primarily target your audience initially? Okay, so initially that's what I targeted through social media, email marketing, and through Google advertisements also. Social media advertisements, Google advertisements, these are things that will actually give you quick results. So with respect to that, you can bet on these things first, and then try to take leverage of that. And side by side, you need to work on SEO, or side by side, you need to do some social media management part also. So that's how you can do. Why you choose digital marketing sector? So yeah, that's a good question again. So why I choose digital marketing is because I wanted to help startups. So startups definitely needed digital marketing, and most of the startups did not have enough budget to hire a digital marketing team for themselves. So we were a team of people who could actually help startups with digital marketing requirements, and we also had some amount of experience and expertise. Like, even though we started right out of college, but we learned and did a lot of internships also during college, which actually helped us understand what is happening, and we learned a lot. So it gave us a really good advantage over that. So just to help startups, we started digital marketing, and now we are helping in all possible ways to startups. Yeah. Any companies that are doing digital marketing as service other than social media companies? Yeah, there are a lot of other, not just people who handle social media, even people who have other sectors also are doing digital marketing. Yeah, definitely there is a lot of such thing. When the penalties are arise in digital marketing, can you rephrase that question? I'm not able to get that. So how do you get the trust of people? Nowadays we have a lot of fake websites and profiles. Yeah, so gaining trust is the most difficult thing, right? So if you break that, everything else is going to be easy. So when you are nobody, when you're starting out, nobody knows about you, and that's when it's going to be the most difficult place. What you have to do is you need to create trust. So you create trust by providing them value. So when you start giving something to them, and when they start looking at you again and again and again, they train to trust you. So just the same biscuit example I want to give you here. Okay, so Britannia, so you just go blindly and pick up the product. But let's say there's a new brand which you have never seen on any platform before. You haven't seen on TV, you haven't seen on social media, but just the product is sitting there. So how do you expect people to buy your product? So that's a very interesting thing, right? So what you have to do is, if you have a product, then you have to put it online. You just have to focus on your audience. You just have to keep sending them the message about your product. Try different ways to communicate the same thing. So it could be about so let's say the same biscuit example. It is not, so let's say it's a diet based biscuit. So let's say it's like a biscuit which will actually be really healthy or something like that. So you need to focus on the audience and try to convey that message in all possible ways. You can tell them that their blood pressure will be maintained properly. Let's say their heart rate will be monitored properly. So all these are ways to put forth for them to understand. So once they are actually involved with you, once they keep seeing you, you become known to them. After that, the sales is going to be very easy. So that's why the trust is actually broken. Yeah. Whether products are easier than promoting service? Okay. um No, it does not depend if you are a product or a service, but it depends what it is actually. So some products are hard to sell, some are easy to sell. So all problems are there. I guess it cannot be answered directly. So it depends on what this is. So yeah, what kind of patents digital marketing have? Mm, Digital marketing as such does not have any patent, but so that's what we have a lot of mediums that you can use to do digital marketing, and they have some regulations here and there, and you have to follow them. There's nothing as patents related to digital marketing. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of fake IDs, yeah. There are a lot of fake IDs, yeah, but you just have to stay away from all these things, right? So wherever there are positive things, there are negative things also. So we just have to stay away from the negative things so that we can take care of the positive things as such. Yeah. Cyber crimes activities run on digital marketing. Yeah, there are things happening. Yeah, like I said, there are like those are the negative things, right? So, people are taking advantage of people online. Some they were asking, right? So, fake websites are being created and scams are being done because it's easy to replicate a website and create trust, right? So, it's always easy to do all those things and people are making money by doing all these cybercrime activities also. Yeah, that's the whole this thing together. Yeah, but there are measures being taken care of that also, because let's say you tend to fall for some unbelievable offer and you kind of give your credit card number on that website. So let's say one transaction happens with that card or something, so you can quickly block it and make sure you don't repeat the same mistake again. So yeah, that's about it. Fallbacks of digital marketing compared to traditional ones. Fallbacks is like um, there's not much of fallbacks when you compare to traditional marketing as such. But sometimes it's a little difficult to understand convey something on digital. For example, if I meet someone in person and talk to them, they get that emotional value, and we tend to connect much deeper, right? So that emotional connect is still lacking, but I think that is being taken care by something else. Other things are actually stronger than the emotional connect, so those things are actually replacing that. Yeah, I think if it gets a little more emotional connect, it will give a lot of benefit for future digital marketers. Overcome a major whirlpool in our startup. Yeah, digital has actually um, helped a lot of companies that were actually drowning and made them into much more successful things. So what you can see is like, let's say you have run out of a lot of budget and you just have just a small amount of money. So with whatever data you have about your existing customers and whatever knowledge you have about your product or service right now, so you can create a really good campaign online. You have to just target the right type of people, right type of timing. Everything is, if you have putting your whole effort into that and putting a small amount of money into digital marketing, I think it has saved a lot of businesses from going bankrupt. Yeah, uh, there have been stories about that also. Yeah. From your experience, what is like to be least, what is like to be least in digital marketing? I'm not getting that question. You can, Karthik, you can retype that if you. To avoid fake websites, they can introduce something like verified websites market as in Instagram. It can be trusted more, right? Yeah, yeah. So that's a good point there, but it's not being able to be done on a scalar basis. The thing is, like Instagram, anything that comes on Instagram has control of that, right? But on internet it is not the same thing. So on internet, no, internet is actually not being monitored. So very specific thing, let's say Facebook is monitored or Instagram is monitored and all these things, so they're able to make all these things there. Apart from that, the internet as such is not really monitored. But if you want to have any kind of security standards or something like that, so there are standards like that also. There is this company called VeriSign. So what they do is they kind of check all these websites, and they tend to give security authentication and verifications for these websites, so that your transaction is actually being secure, and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So those type of things are there, but it's not so yeah, internet has a lot of loopholes again, right? So it is yet to be solved. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I
Yes.
have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Hello. So in Instagram, there are some kinds of pages like you can earn daily
Mm-hmm.
2,000, like that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So I one day got tricked into a page.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked me to pay 200 rupees first,
Mm-hmm.
and they send me some tricks like you also create a page like this
Mm-hmm.
and make fools of people. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, if I gain lots of followers from
Okay.
followerscard.com, then I
Okay.
also can do like this and gain 2K to 3K per day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting case study. But yeah, that's what. So that's
So
the
it's
reason you
not
think you
happen
can't.
only once. It most
Uh-huh.
of the pages are like that only in Instagram these days.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we identify before?
So that's what you need to follow someone continuously. The thing about social media is you can see something on one day and then
Yes, sir, but most of the
impulsively you
people
tend to
they
lose something,
believe
right?
and
You
they
don't even
trust.
know that you're going to lose it there. So it does happen online. But the thing is, you if you are going to do something and if you're interested about something, you should at least look at their track record. So let's say you should have looked at their posts
Yeah,
so
sir.
far.
For that purpose only, they send me fake screenshots and all. They also
Okay.
ask me to do like this.
Oh, okay, understood. Yeah, I get that, but that's what you have to have some amount of basis, right? Um, yeah, before you sending them the 200 rupees, you should be asking them what is the task that you have to do to earn that. So nobody's going to give you free money.
Without even making payment, they won't say anything, right?
Then you should probably get away. If they're not saying anything before you pay, so
That's somewhat eagerness in our minds, sir,
no,
that
that's what
we should
you
do this.
see. I understand that it's something that curious. You
Yeah,
wanted to know and you fell for it, but that's what you have to take it for a lesson. Be happy that you actually lost just 200. There are
yeah.
people who are
That's what
losing
I'm
millions
happy.
online. I'm telling you. You just have to. You are shrewd, right? You just go around and tell your friends also, saying that such a
Yeah,
thing
I
happened.
told them, sir.
Don't fall for it. That's all. That's the best thing you can do. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess time is 8 o'clock. I think it's been a super awesome session because you guys have been super interactive. Uh, yes, it's great. So before I leave and pass it on to Swati, I'll just give my LinkedIn page here. LinkedIn. Okay, you can get connected to me there. Okay. Yeah, here we go. That's why you can get connected. So yeah, over to you, Swati. I've done with the session, 8 p.m. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the wonderful session. So, like, we had a lot of eye-opening times and great information from you.
Okay.
Really, thank you, sir. We are very grateful for your presence today amongst us.
Okay, that's awesome.
And to all the participants, the feedback form will be sent to you. You please fill it out.
Yeah, I've given the LinkedIn guys, and yeah, I'm getting a lot of thank you messages. Yeah, it's super happy that I was able to help you out with these things, guys. Yeah, hoping to be with EDI and IIT Madras very soon also. Thank you guys,
Yes.
thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank,
again.
thank you, sir. Thank you for your today's session. So, hope I think all the participants thoroughly enjoyed today's session on digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Hope we'll work on more sessions like this in the coming days.
Definitely.
So, yeah. For the participants, I have dropped the feedback link in the chat box. So please fill it up. We'll share the feedback link details, everything to you, sir. So once we receive, we'll consolidate and send you for your information as well.
Absolutely, that'll be great, sir. Thank you.
Um, so thank you, participants, once again, and we'll have Ms. Sujaya's session tomorrow on customer discovery. So please, participants, be on time. Don't be delay. And thank you, Oil Engine sir, for today's session, and we'll keep in touch with you.
Definitely, sir. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Oil Engine sir, for today's session, and we'll keep in touch.